The deification of the self is the ultimate aim of the left-hand path, and it comes with its own ups, downs and pitfalls agreeably. The ups are that your ego increases, also had through practices such as Buddhist Tantrism, Satanism, Satanism, and the path of a Hashashin. Slave rats don't know what it's like going forth crucified. Nothing in your heart safe for God. Go ahead, drown yourself and serve still. You're here to do some damage. Unthinkable deeds and breaking faces and heads screaming, growling like the metal gigs where I'd school these kids and have 16-year-olds grind me halfway throughout my rage. Control over the crowd, no pardoning, and turning them down after hearing their age. Listen to them like a brother, texting her, still advising them to stay out to avoid such parties. Even if you look old, cause my heart was pure, my heart was of gold, and I'd rather have waited. Breath, they were slave rats too. Some office rats who stuck to their PGs in relentless hopes for sucking the dick and like the virtuous sluts or nuns, both polars of the same, and yet having more dominion than the rest. Nasal droplets of stink proceeded to be said. Get away, you dirty guest. Get away, you dirty guest. Nasal inclinations proceeded to be said. To master breath, to master the self, and the mastery still continues in that you're never left bereft. Save for those slaves who once existed, who were from filth, from a class below, always. Those rats, what did they get but the same? Like the scabby who thought I couldn't feel a stink, and cheap games of filth were unanswered for just before we got dropped over. When I bombed him with some true beef curry and biryani, he wouldn't have dared to. So stay in your cap the whole day and smell it. And by the way, I was just as loud as with the words sorry that I spoke when an eye for an eye is more than what I stand for. I take your gut, your life. If you so much as blink me a wink of a battle, you dirty guest. Nasal inclinations proceed us to be said. Get away, you dirty guest. Get away, you dirty guest. Satanism resonated with me the strongest. Live for the skin? Fuck that. Always hated satanic bullshit. Live for the skin? Wait, what? Live for the skin? Live for the people was my aim. Satanism? What the fuck's that? Not expressing, experiencing them rosy thoughts. No, a bunch of old fucks who didn't get a bone when they were out for their hunt, and now own no dab line down to save them. Save that they were out in their costumes, drawing up sigils and weirdos, with the weird looking ones looking for an icing on their silly drapes. Where are the time shifts? The reality checks offered to others. The invocations, what are they? Doing invocations out of the psychiatrics. Once I had turned into a Hashashin, I always thought evocations were for pussies who couldn't walk with an archetypal energy within themselves. Of the prophets are right in the heart. Nothing ever came close, and I promise, for all that's felt, nothing will ever come close. Nasal inclinations proceed us to be said. Get away, you dirty guests. Away, you dirty guests. When I returned to Islam, reverted in the sense of still finding peace, it still didn't help me unless I started reading the holy book and offering prayer at my best. Delicious aromas I return to and believe in oneness. In that all will be saved. Those who don't know spiritual rules, in the LHP there are two. First, Satan asks you to sacrifice your mother. Zeus the father, both a deep fucking lie. The second rule, when in heaven, serve. When in hell, rule to lift them from their graves. These slaves rule in hell, serve in heaven. Nasal inclinations proceed as to be said. Rule now and put on that ether for your altar to glow out the oath. If from the agarbuttis, then better yet had of lupan, and better still of some natural musk. Nasal inclinations proceed as to be said. Get away, you dirty guests. Get away, you dirty guests. Nasal inclinations proceed as to be said. You're better off left bereft. Left bereft. Get away, you dirty guests. No, for a freestyle, where would I land myself in? If not for a certain three rhyme patterns together to keep flowing in that manner that keeps me ever going for that place where I recover and find myself pure in all thoughts, even when I'm defiling my ego just by myself. Found myself truly in all of these cultures, egregores as you may call them, still mean nothing, still undefined in that nasal inclinations proceed as to be said. So better smell the best, and better keep it of that kind which keeps you in line for that which keeps you on the side of that, or was keeping you blessed throughout, making you feel like you truly belong, yeah. When you do is when you know, when you feel is when you find that joy within. In places that you seek of power, will you rise to the top? Will you play the cards, or will you not gamble away anything but the spirit of the sport for the spirit of the sport and nothing else? Can you take it that far in which you do nothing except for the mastery of that pertaining domain as such of skill and of nothing more than the playground defining that skill, but truly becoming, truly owning, truly seeing how in everything you lead and still ready you stand, if not for prayer, if not for charity to God, the unconscious bed ever imprinted with the righteous kind of that archetypal blessing had from the heights of the skies that ever keep you in the manner, even when you're dancing yourself or when you're showing off the dance. This is just something like a wrapper which you throw out of the chocolate in order to eat the good within and throw out the best. What's rap? Fuck it, I'm done, yeah.